Too many lives have been upended because of our failed approach to marijuana. It's time that we right these wrongs.
The president with a surprise announcement today, a pardon for all federal offenses of marijuana possession. We'll have a live report. Plus, a community in mourning, emotions running high as people turn out to pay their respects to victims of Hurricane Ian. Now up to a jury to decide the fate of Alex Jones' Sandy Hook defamation case. We have the arguments both sides made to sway the jury today. Tragedy in Thailand in what becomes one of the worst child massacres the world has ever seen. Hello, I'm Julie Martin, coming to you live from Newsy headquarters in Atlanta. Thank you so much for joining us at this hour. Well, saying too many lives have been upended because of our failed approach to marijuana, the president making a surprise announcement today and pardoning thousands of Americans convicted on federal charges of simple possession. Joining me now is Newsy White House correspondent Willie James Inman. Willie, let's talk a little bit more now about what all is involved in this, as we said, surprising move by President Biden.
Yeah, it certainly was surprising to all of the reporters here on the White House grounds, Julie. The president was traveling today, and he announced this major policy shift when it comes to marijuana, and especially when it comes to those federal convictions. I want to take through a few of the top line items from this announcement from the White House earlier today. The major theme of the announcement is that the president is pardoning all prior federal offenses of simple possession, and that's only at the federal level. He's also asking state governors to do the same at the state level for those possession convictions, because the federal conviction, it doesn't apply to those state level charges and convictions. He's also directing HHS and DOJ to review how marijuana is scheduled under federal law. And the president signing this executive action aboard Air Force One, in part because of his busy schedule today. But still, nonetheless, this is a significant event, a key campaign promise for this president. And he explained the reasons why he's doing this in a pre-recorded statement. Listen.
The federal government currently classifies marijuana as a Schedule I substance, the same as heroin and LSD, and more serious than fentanyl. It makes no sense. So I'm asking the Secretary of Health and Human Services and the Attorney General to initiate a process to review how marijuana is scheduled under federal law. Even as federal and local regulations of marijuana change, important limitations on trafficking, marketing, and underage sales should stay in place. Too many lives have been upended because of our failed approach to marijuana. It's time that we right these wrongs.
And Julie, many of those lives, experts will say, disproportionately people affected are people of color. So the president noting in part of his statement that the reason why he's doing this is because of those convictions. Oftentimes they affect people well into other parts of their life. They're unable to get employment or housing. So with this pardon, those individuals, a senior administration official says over 6,500 of them will be able to move on with their lives. And a senior administration official also saying that no individuals currently in federal prison are there simply because of these simple possession and charges. And we know via a statement from the Department of Justice that they are working on coming up with a list of all those who benefit from the president's pardon today. So we perhaps will hear a lot more about this in the coming days and weeks.